Alright, just finished Wisdom of the Crowd, and it's bad. Like, really bad. Like, do not watch bad. The biggest problem with the show is that the concept is, to my mind, inherently backwards. So, the show is based around I guess he's meant to be a billionaire, and he developed some Facebook or Twitter equivalent, some social media platform. And he sells it off in order to fund and work full-time on this Project Sophie, which is to help find the killer of his daughter. Okay, fine. The problem lies in that this Sophie is basically like an app you can download onto your smartphone. And it crowdsources the investigation of the crime while tying the cops in tangentially, kind of. Like, there's a detective there who's meant to kind of be the voice of reason, but they don't really listen to him ever about, like, proper procedure and what would be admissible in court and, you know, minor unimportant things like that. The inherent problem I have with the concept is that so the end of the episode ends, they're tracking down this guy who isn't his daughter's killer, but is some other criminal. I don't remember what he was convicted of, but they go to arrest him, and all these people who have the app on their phone start following him. And I'm like, okay, so the logical thing is that the crowd then attacks him, because that's what would happen. But no, they all pull up their smartphones and start taking pictures and streaming his arrest on YouTube or Twitter or whatever nonsense. It inherently doesn't make sense. So if we take the show as if it were like a close cousin of something like Person of Interest, which is a show that I loved. Person of Interest, when they used the machine, there was an understanding that they were violating privacy. They were violating people's rights in order. Then they justified it by arguing that it was for the greater good. They were stopping something worse than what they were doing. And as an audience, I could buy into that. Like, it was flawed, but there was a logic to that. Whereas in this show, it's just, we're going to invade everybody's privacy because we can. And the biggest issue is that they only want to somewhat touch on, but they don't want to really pay too much attention to, is the fact that if you developed an app like this, it would descend into just vigilante groups. Like, there wouldn't be proper procedure. This wouldn't happen. Like, it's such a flawed premise. I don't know how this got past, like, a pitch. Seriously, it's bad, and I wouldn't give it the time of day. There's some decent performances, and there's a couple of good jokes, but the premise is so faulty. It's built on sand. I just don't see the point in spending time with this one. Check out something better. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch Person of Interest. Far better show. Alright, so that is my thoughts on Wisdom of the Crowd. Don't watch it. It's bad. Alright, bye.